For a whole generation, the epitome of college basketballing greatness on the sidelines was defined by John Wooden. After tonight, move over, Wizard of Westwood. You now have company in the form of Geno Auriemma. The UConn Huskies pull off the three-peat with a 63-53 victory over the Notre Dame Fighting Irish in the championship game of the NCAA Women's Basketball Tournament here on the floor of Amalie Arena in Tampa, Florida. 3 consecutive national championships for the UConn Lady Huskies and number 10 for the Lady Huskies and for Geno Auriemma. He now ties John Wooden for the most national championships by a coach in Division I. 10 national championships. And unlike last year's national championship game between the same two opponents, UConn and Notre Dame, UConn cruised last year, but this year it was much more of a slog. The Lady Huskies were only up 8 at halftime. The Notre Dame Fighting Irish fought back a couple of times, cut UConn's lead to within 5 a couple of times, but UConn was able to hold off the Notre Dame Fighting Irish to win national championship number 10. Now, the comparisons between UCLA and the UConn Lady Huskies don't just stop at Geno Auriemma. Brianna Stewart winning her 3rd consecutive tournament most outstanding player. She had 8 points in the ball game, not a lot of points, but she had 15 rebounds in the game and also had 4 block shots. Now, the only player in college basketball to win 3 tournament most outstanding player awards, Lou Alcindor, a.k.a. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, when he was at UCLA. And after the game, I got a chance to talk with one of the other front court players for the UConn Lady Huskies, Morgan Tuck. She had 12 points in the game and also had 7 assists. And I asked her to begin our conversation, was this championship even sweeter because the game was so nip and tuck and there was a chance that UConn might lose this national championship game tonight?
Yeah, I think so. You know, they played us really, really well, and, you know, we had to really work to win, and it was kind of like a grinded-out game. It wasn't very pretty, but, you know, we just had to dig in and pull it out.
7 assists in the ball game, 4 in the second half. What was really working for you in the high post and inside to really set up your teammates with good looks and be able to knock them down?
I think just having a little patience. The first half I had no patience at all, so I think the second half I tried to slow down, and, you know, when I caught it, you know, when people are cutting, they're wide open, so I just tried to pass it to them.
Why did you have no patience? Was it nerves?
I think I was just too excited, a little too anxious to get going, and, you know, I think sometimes when you're in a really big game and you're too ready for it or too excited, then it doesn't work very well.
At what point during this season, I know a lot of fans will point to possibly the Stanford loss, but what point in the season did you really think, okay, we are ready to make a national championship run?
I think after our Thanksgiving break when we went to Florida, I think that's when, you know, we really, you know, had a big change in the team and that everyone, you know, was willing to change and do things that we had to do to win.
You have really improved your game. Your outside shot is really falling. What did you really work on going into this season, and what were you most proud of now that the season is over and you won the national championship in terms of your development this season?
I definitely just tried to work on consistency. And I think that's something I am proud of. I think I was pretty consistent this year of, you know, trying to be dependable so that the coaches and my players knew that every night I could bring this.
What's more special, going 40-0 last season or having this championship this season, knowing how tough it really was? You had a loss, you had the game against Dayton, this game as well. What's more special, or even the one a couple of years ago?
I mean, I personally think this one is a little more special just because we had to work really hard, and the past years we also had to work really hard, but it's just, you know, every year is different, and, you know, this year with our team that we had, you know, it took us a little bit longer to actually kind of get going and feel like we were really playing UConn basketball.
Now, be honest, you really, really were happy when the Kentucky Wildcats men's basketball team lost in the national semifinals to keep you guys the only 40-0 team in Division I basketball.
I don't know. I picked Kentucky to win, so I was you know, I was a little upset that they lost.
But you're not that upset now.
No, I mean, we won, so that's fine. But, you know, I definitely picked them to win, so I was a little upset inside.
But your team won. Did you fill out your own bracket and pick UConn to win?
Of course. I didn't even fill out a full bracket. I just put us that we won the national championship because, you know, I had all the confidence that we would.
And all the other 62 games you didn't need to fill out.
Right, yeah, we didn't need to fill them out because, if we play our game and we keep our goal in mind, then we'll get it.
Morgan Tuck, 3-time national champion for the UConn Lady Huskies. Morgan, congratulations.
Thank you.
As for the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, their 4th national championship appearance in 5 years and coming up short in all 4 of those occasions. The Fighting Irish were led by Brianna Turner, the amazing freshman, 14 points and 10 rebounds in the ball game. She had all 14 of her points and 7 of her 10 rebounds in the second half. The only other player in double figures for the Notre Dame Fighting Irish in scoring, Jewel Lloyd, she had 12 points. So a valiant effort once again by the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, really competitive this year against the UConn Lady Huskies, but UConn a little bit too tough. Once again, a 10-point win at 63-53 over the Notre Dame Fighting Irish to win national championship number 10 in stores. Stay tuned to A Lot of Sports Talk and ALotofSportsTalk.com for the written recap of this basketball game, and again, interviews from the locker room as well. From the floor of Amalie Arena in Tampa, Florida, my name is Adeshina Koike for ALotofSportsTalk.com.